It is I, Anime Shark. I'm going to give you my ranking of the JoJo parts. This is anime only and it will contain spoilers. Let's go! At number 6, we have part 5. I know a lot of people love this part. And I did have some moments I enjoyed. I really like the beginning when Giorno and Bruno are introduced, especially Bruno. He has a great stand and presence. And the music is great. The OPs are bangers and the soundtrack itself is good. But I find the sidecast just okay, nothing too special. Only Bruno really stood out. The problem for me starts after they kill Jojo's Jabba the Hutt, because until then I was really liking the part. But after this, I just don't really like the stand users they fight against. The only one I really liked was the train fight. And I don't really like the main villain as well. I like this guy though. Found him funny and unique. And I kinda dig the idea of a two-personality villain. The problem was, I did not like the main personality, Diavolo. He never really stood out for me. It just felt a bit generic and forgettable. I also didn't like the ending. Polnareff shows up just to die and to turn into a Ninja Turtle, and the final fight was meh and confusing. Although it gave us a great meme. At number 5, we have Part 6, Stone Ocean. Part 5 and 6 are very close for me, but there are some factors that put Part 6 above. Pushy is a better villain than Diavolo. He's more memorable, his stand is more interesting, and I like how it evolves throughout the show. His impact on the story is also much bigger than Diavolo's, causing a massive change for the next parts to follow. Regarding the other characters, Jotaro is always great to see, and I like him in the father role. Jolene is a solid JoJo, but the rest of the cast was kinda forgettable. I enjoyed the first 12 episodes, with Jolene adapting to prison and wanting to save her dad. But the middle dragged a lot. The ending though, I really enjoyed. Pushy's fight with everyone is actually really interesting, and you truly feel they are screwed. I like that Jotaro ultimately lost because of his love for his daughter, being unable to sacrifice her for the world, and his scream of terror upon seeing her almost die, followed by his death, really hit me hard. I also remember really liking Pushy's death at the ends of Vaporeon. In short, I prefer the protagonist, the villain, the ending, and the usage of past characters more in this part. At number 4, we have part 4. And I know this one will get me in trouble. A lot of people put it at number 1. And I like it, just not as much as the first 3. The thing I like the most is obviously Kira. From the start, his design, voice, team are all fantastic. Everything about him works. The group chasing him disguising himself, his monologue, him doing this. Every scene with him is peak JoJo. And now regarding the rest of the cast. I don't really find Josuke that interesting. His stand is cool, but his personality didn't click for me, and the air gag got old. I liked Jotaro, but I already liked him, and I enjoyed Rowan and Koichi. Joseph basically turns into Joe Biden, and I don't really like Shingeki or Okoyasu. And Okoyasu gets so much screen time. As for the plot, I loved it when it was about Kira, but whenever the focus was not on him, I found myself a little bored. The Red Hot Chili Pepper arc and the other mini-enemies felt kind of forgettable and skippable to me. So part 4 sits here because while I think Kira is a top 5 JoJo character and his episodes are some of the best in the entire series, the ones without him just don't hit as hard. At number 3, I have part 1. I really like part 1, and I'm surprised so many people dislike it. The first 3 episodes are some of the best JoJo has to offer. I love Dio and Jonathan's rivalry, the fight in the mansion engulfed in fire is epic, and of course, Speedwagon's affection for Jonathan's gentlemanly ways is a classic. Jonathan is a really likable JoJo, and being pure good, is refreshing nowadays with so many edgy heroes. His theme is also a certified banger. Dio, on the other hand, is top tier villainy. I just love a villain who is bad and loves being bad, and Dio excels at it. Plus, a lot of his most iconic traits and catchphrases come from this part, like the famous or Jonathan's death is still one of the best and most emotional in the whole series. And something I like about it as well is the horror vibe, something that never gets as strong in the later parts. The opening is also my personal favorite of the series because of how epic it feels. It is just a very good prologue. At number 2, I have part 2. Joseph Joestar is my second favorite JoJo. He is funny, likable, and memorable. Basically, the Jack Sparrow of JoJo. No matter what kind of trouble he gets into, he always finds a clever and sometimes lucky way out. The Pillarmen aren't as menacing as Dio or Kira, but they are a great, unique trio, with Wamu being my favorite. And this part has also one of the best Joe Bros ever. Yes, you heard me right, Stroheim, not Seizure. This man stole every single scene he was in. My personal favorite moment is when Joseph realizes Cars is about to escape the plane crash and then, out of nowhere, Stroheim Zen grabs him. His theme starts playing. Such a badass moment. The music is also incredible, some of the standouts being the Pillarmen's theme and the opening. And overall, part 2 is just a very fun, bizarre adventure that has every great JoJo ingredient. At number 1, we have part 3. While I do believe part 3 can be a little formulaic, the formula worked for me, because I really like the cast. As you've probably guessed, Jotaro is my favorite JoJo. I love his design, his cool, chill demeanor, his stand, everything. And the sidecast is probably the best in all of JoJo. Old Joseph makes me laugh every time he yells something in English, like "Help me! Oh my god!" Kakoi is a goat. Well, was. Get up! Abdul and Iggy were cool as well, and of course Polnareff. Poor guy basically had to eliminate half of Dio's army by himself. But what I like the most is that they truly feel like a group of friends having a fun road trip adventure. Sure, some of the stand battles are not that good, but it gave us some of the most memorable mini-bosses in the entire series, like All Horse, Maria. Those episodes made me laugh so much. Vanilla Ice, the Darby brothers, especially the older brother. It gave us one of the most unique and fun stand battles in the whole series. And of course, the Dio episodes are legendary, probably my favorite ones in the entire franchise. It truly feels like the ending of a trilogy that started all the way back in part 1. Even with these pacing issues, part 3 is the one I associate the most with JoJo. For me, it's the heart of the series. So that's it. Please like and subscribe the video. Thank you for listening, and until I see you again. Arrivederci.